Hello, beautiful friends. I'm Michelle Francesca. This is Inspiration for Life, and this series is 7 things that are not wrong or bad to feel or experience. Our programming and conditioning has led us to believe that there are certain things that are wrong or bad to feel, when in fact they're very natural, normal, and in many cases useful. We looked at number 1, sensitivity, being sensitive. Number 2, doubt. Number 3, not knowing. And in this video, we're going to look at number 4 and 5, awkwardness and conflict. When meeting someone for the first time or doing something you've never done before, have you ever felt awkward? Have you ever felt awkward in places in your day, in your life, when you're not quite sure what to do next or how to handle something? Have you ever felt the awkwardness in a silence or a transition period that's so uncomfortable you want to rush to fill it with something, anything, to take the awkwardness away? Often we do that because we have been conditioned to believe that feeling awkward is wrong, it's bad, it's something to avoid. But where did we get the idea that awkward and feeling awkward and awkwardness is bad or wrong? What if awkwardness was the most natural thing in the world? What if it was simply a space that wasn't contrived, manicured, false, patched together so that we didn't have a chance to really feel something that was going on in our bodies? What if the silence of awkwardness was actually an open door for honest communication, not yet able to find articulation? It may find articulation, it might not find articulation, but awkwardness could simply be an open door for honest communication. Awkwardness does not have to become tension if all parties are just being true to themselves. As we reframe awkwardness as an opportunity for honesty with ourselves, with others, with the moment, with the situation, with the circumstances, watch how deeper levels of truth will surface with great ease and actually find an uncontrived, organic flow, perhaps one that we've never actually experienced before. Conflict. Conflict is going to happen, if only for the simple reason that you are not me and I am not you. Conflict, just like awkwardness, is inevitable at points of human evolution. We haven't yet learned to communicate heart to heart through purely honest, vibrational, energetic communication. We're all of us doing patch-up jobs all the time. Our ego, our protective, self-protective personalities kicking into action. And we've got these worlds of egoic hard shells just colliding, bashing into each other, and we're all beginning to feel the cracks and the bruises of those egoic encasements. Picture it, 2 or more people trying to come together, trying to do what's right according to their perception, their limited vision goggles, trying to understand the viewpoint of the other, or even not trying to understand the viewpoint of the other. Conditioning has taught us to fear conflict for numerous reasons. For many, conflict is equated with or akin to punishment, abandonment, rejection, suffering, and loss, even death and slavery. For others, avoiding conflict is equated with survival. Is it conflict itself, the coming together of 2 different ideas and viewpoints, that we fear? Or is it the rejection and the separation and the pain that so often results because of it, because we see conflict as a competition where there must be a winner and there must be a loser? If we approach conflict unaware of our union with Source, we will see ourselves as separate, and we will fall into the drama of conflict's unfolding painful clash. We will agree to the story of separateness with other, instead of simply identifying that we as one are seeing different angles to the same coin. If we see conflict as a sign and a symbol of relational defeat, we will likely barricade ourselves into subcultures of groupthink viewpoints to ensure that our tender and easily wounded flesh will not be poked or made to hurt again, even made to suffer the way it was in our childhood memory. But what if conflict, what if seeing things differently, verbalizing things differently, wasn't wrong or bad in and of itself? The old adage, agreeing to disagree, can help soften many of the hard edges around the rudiments of conflict and actually allow a spaciousness where there is some agreements that can be made. But as long as we perceive conflict to be bad, or something to be conquered with control or avoided through fear, the possibilities and the potential that we carry as individuals and as a connected, whether we realize it or not, collective body will be suppressed, abused, and misused. So remember that feeling awkward is entirely natural, and it can be useful for honest communication. Conflict also is normal. It means you are not them and them are not you. The issue is not whether or not there is conflict, it's what we will actually do with this powerfully productive tool if we can together reshape the sword into a plowshare. So as we look at these 7 things that we feel are wrong or bad to experience, be encouraged that when you feel awkward, when you're in a transition period and it's so uncomfortable, when you meet somebody for the first time and there's those awkward moments, it's the most natural thing in the world, and conflict is going to happen. It's just how we use it that is going to either bring about a sense of defeat or a sense of progress and evolutionary growth together in ones, twos, units, even as an entire collective humanity. I hope that you've been encouraged by this. I hope that you'll check out others in this series and like and subscribe to the channel. I look forward to seeing you next time.